Hello everybody, this is Wendy Shelley here. I am going to show you a quick tip today, something that I discovered. I wish I had actually discovered this earlier in my career instead of a few years ago. So I'm going to show you something. This is a palette. This is my actual palette that I paint off of every day. This is approximately 24 by 18, maybe 20, maybe a little larger. I haven't measured it, so I'm really not sure. But what this actually is a tempered glass out of a shelf, out of an old refrigerator. These work great. So now, as you notice, this is really dry here. These are oil paints. I'm going to show you how I clean them. Now, typically before I discovered this technique, I was taking Turpenoid. This is just Turpenoid I put in a bottle, just squirting it on a little bit, rubbing it around, and letting it sit. And it would take many times to get this when it's baked on like this. Now, the reason why this is baked on so much is because I went out of town and I was too lazy to clean my glass. So I went out of town for about 10 days. It's really hot here in the south right now. We're running about 110 degrees on heat index and above right now. So it's fairly hot. But anyway, I would put that on there and it would take me a long time. I thought, well, there's got to be an easier way to do this because during the summertime, this happens more often than not. So what I decided to do was go on a search for something. And this is what I found to do, and I'm going to show this to you today. Please excuse the camera work. It is just a quick setup for the area where I'm at, so this is the best way I figured I could show you guys. Okay, so what you're going to need is, anytime you clean a palette, you're going to need spatulas, painting knives of some sort. Okay, any size will work. Now, a scraper, a window scraper. As such, I use a foam brush for this, and you'll see why in just a minute. And then you're going to need paper towels or some old rags. These are some old cut up t-shirts that we're going to use today. Okay, so this side I have already completed, and this is a time lapse. It's been sitting here for about 30 minutes. But this is what I use. This bottle is a little bit old, so a little bit older, so it's a little bit dusty, but it's wonderful. And I get this from Home Depot or Lowe's. I think this one came from Lowe's. I'm not sure, one of the two. And it's called Safe and Easy Citrus Paint and Varnish Remover Gel. It smells so good. It smells like oranges or citrus smell. There's no dangerous fumes. No methylene chloride or NMP, no caustic chemicals. So, but anyway, it's fairly safe for the studio work. I actually love it. All you do, well, first of all, let me go back. First of all, what you're going to do is you're going to go around, and if you've got like clumps like this, you don't have to do this, but I do. Clumps of paint, and I scrape it, and I get it off my palette. As such, I use gloves for this too, guys, by the way. So I don't particularly use gloves when I paint, but I do when I make a big mess like this. And I just kind of scrape the surface. You can do it with the small one. See, my wore out, so it's kind of falling apart. You can use the bigger one. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Okay. And then you're simply going to take this, and I just shake it and just blob it on as such. It's really thick. And then you can do two things. Sometimes I do it with my fingers like this. I rub it across with my hands and get it really thick, which makes a mess. Depends on if you like to get in there and make messes. Okay. And or you can do it like this. Okay, and just coat it. Yes, this is actually furniture stripper that you would actually go to the hardware and find and strip furniture with. It works on acrylic, it works on oils, it's wonderful. Okay, and you just coat it really well, whole area. Okay, and you let this sit. Now, let me clean my gloves really quick. Okay, kind of get that cleaned up some. All right, now this says on the front that it removes 15 plus layers of paint, removes latex and oil-based paint. Gel formula clings to the surface. I have not tried any other products. This is the first one I tried. I loved it. I stuck with it. Okay, I'm sure there's other things out there. Okay. And then after this is the side I just did. This is the side that we've been letting sit. And then it's been about 30 minutes now, and you just take your scraper and look at that. It comes straight off, and it's cleaner than if you were using the Turpenoid. See how that just slides right off. I'm putting no pressure. It's just sliding right off. Okay. Now, once you get this, you might have a little bit in the corners, like this one was really thick. Now I'm putting a little pressure here. But all you do is scrape that down, and you can put a little more on it and let it sit. And you don't have to scrub really hard, because I mean sometimes it's like it really is exhausting when you've got a palette this size or larger. When you have a large palette, actually. So throw it away. Anyway, so when you get it all scraped off, you just simply go in and wipe it down. Now, let me tell you this, two things. One, once you get this finished and you get it all cleaned off, you're going to want to put a little Turpenoid on it, or wash it with soap and water and get all of that residue off, so you do not get it mixed up in your paint. So, and the whole thing will be squeaky clean like this whenever you're finished. Okay, so that's my tip for today. I will hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a lot. Check me out. If you want to find more about me, check me out on my website at wendyshelleystudios.com. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.